You know, there's this hard truth about life that most people don't like to hear. Don't tell your problems to everyone. Why? Because honestly, 80% of people don't care, and the other 20% are probably glad you have them. Stop wasting your energy searching for the good in every person. Instead, start looking for good people. There's a difference. You have to do what's right for you because, at the end of the day, no one else is walking in your shoes. The more thankful you are, the more you attract things to be thankful for. Gratitude isn't just some feel-good advice. It's a magnet for better things. Never let one bad day make you believe you've got a bad life. Every second you spend comparing your life to someone else's is a second you're throwing away. You could lie down and let people walk all over you, and they'll still complain you're not flat enough. So stop trying to please everyone. When you think about life, remember this. No amount of guilt can change the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. Every person who comes into your life, they're all teachers. Some teach you love and support. Others, they teach you exactly what to avoid. You'll see someone's true colors when you're no longer useful to them. Don't get married just because you feel like it's something you're supposed to do. Time is shorter than you think. Tell the people you love that you love them. Say it often. If you've never questioned whether you made the right decision, it probably means you've never taken risks big enough to change your life. Not everyone who says they're down for you really is. Don't trust words. Watch actions. You can't love someone enough to make them love you back. Be careful with your words, too. Once spoken, they can be forgiven, but they can't be forgotten. Don't let someone who wronged you make you believe there's something wrong with you. Your worth isn't determined by someone else's inability to see it. Think about it. If you're constantly sacrificing what you want most for what you want right now, your future will be full of disappointment. Being single with peace of mind is far better than being in a relationship with someone who makes your life miserable. Sometimes you just have to say no and ignore the guilt trip that follows. The right thing and the hardest thing are often the same. What you do today shapes all your tomorrows. Here's something about life. Your situation will keep repeating itself until you finally learn the lesson it's trying to teach you. You're not punished for your anger. You're punished by your anger. Sometimes being right doesn't matter. The people around you shape your life in ways you don't even realize. When there's no clear right decision, make a decision, then work to make it the right one. The greatest mistake? Living in constant fear of making one. Learn to be happy by yourself. If you need someone else to make you happy, you give away all your power. You're not responsible for other people's expectations of you. Not every thought needs to be spoken out loud. There will be things you don't want to happen but must accept, things you don't want to know but have to learn, and people you can't live without but must let go. Here's the thing. No one can teach you life's lessons. You only really understand them when you go through them yourself. You can start over any time you want. You can become the person you want to be, starting now. The people who ask the most from you are often the ones who give the least. Never sacrifice your family, your heart, or your dignity. Always focus on where you're going, not where you've been. Sometimes it's not people who change, it's their mask that falls off. Show respect even to people who don't deserve it. Not because of their character, but because of yours. When there's no solution to a problem, maybe it's not a problem to solve, but a truth to accept. Nothing ever really goes away until it's taught us what we needed to learn. So don't make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. Sometimes you just have to cut people off, no matter how hard it is. Not everyone is worth your effort. And when you're trying to understand someone's character, don't just look at what they do. Watch how they react. Reactions are harder to fake. The way people treat you is a reflection of who they are, not who you are. Mistakes, they're proof you're trying. But remember this, love alone isn't enough to make a relationship last. Communication, even when it's uncomfortable, is essential. Everything in life teaches you something, but you've got to be willing to learn. The measure of a person is how they hold themselves together during misfortune. Put someone on a pedestal, and they'll have no choice but to look down on you. Every pain makes you stronger. Every betrayal makes you wiser. Every disappointment teaches a skill. Marriage, it magnifies everything, good and bad, about your relationship. You teach people how to treat you. If you want your life to change for the better, you have to change it yourself. Hard conversations often turn out to be blessings in disguise. Let go. Let life make you stronger. Sometimes, not getting what you want is the biggest blessing of all. The more you like yourself, the less you need validation from others. And just because you're good at keeping other people's secrets doesn't mean they'll do the same for you. Real change often requires you to change yourself, not just your surroundings. It's possible to do everything right and still lose. That's not weakness. That's life. Inner peace begins when you stop letting other people or events control your emotions. The truth, he who angers you conquers you. Progress requires sacrifice, and your success will only grow in proportion to what you're willing to give up. We advance when we let go of fear. A man who wants something will find a way. A man who doesn't will find an excuse. No matter how hard you try, some people won't like you. That's okay. You're not here to please everyone. Take chances. Yes, it's scary, but you'll never know what could have been unless you try. People give advice based on their perspective, not yours. So aim high. The danger isn't aiming too high and missing, it's aiming too low and hitting. Be the reflection of what you want to receive. Want love? Give love. Want respect? Show respect. What you send out comes back. Never speak from hate, jealousy, or insecurity. Think before you let words leave your mouth. You only get one body. Take care of it. It's the only one you'll ever have. If someone keeps saying I'm telling the truth, be careful. They're probably lying. Don't base your worth on other people's opinions. If you don't like where your life is headed, change it. No one's coming to save you. When writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen. Don't lower your standards just to keep people around. Light travels faster than sound. That's why some people seem bright until they open their mouth. Relax. Have faith. Sometimes, letting go and trusting the process is all you can do. Life is risky, but the biggest risk is doing nothing. You're the only one who has to live with yourself 100% of the time. Start liking who you are. Overthinking ruins everything. It twists situations, creates worry, and makes problems bigger than they really are. Stop worrying about people who talk behind your back. They're just focusing on your life because they're not fixing their own. Painful experiences often teach the lessons we didn't know we needed. Be happy on your own. Don't rely on others to validate your existence. Remember, your self-worth is non-negotiable. Never settle for people or situations that diminish it. Learn to say no without guilt. It protects your time and energy. Happiness isn't something you find. It's something you create. Maybe the reason you're not healing is because you're clinging to the old version of yourself. That person no longer exists. Breathe life into the new you. And above all, never let you be the person who fails to see your worth.